Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Pastor Emmanuel Ezeasor. It's always a pleasure to come to you today. Today I want to talk about something of immense importance. We are beginning a new year, and there is so much that needs to be done. Many people make a lot of plans for the new year because it's a new year. A lot of people plan and carry out certain things on their papers as to what they want to have to accomplish before the year runs out and all of that. But the truth about it is that without understanding the laws of discipline, it will be very difficult for you to be a disciplined person. I'd like to start with telling you that discipline is one of the things that shapes destiny. All right, it shapes character, and then character shapes destiny. There are a lot of people who all they have is ambition, they have wishes to be great, they have aspirations to do big things. But one of the biggest tests, one of the things that would deter a lot of people along the way is their character. What is your character? What your character turns out to be is a product of your level of discipline or level of indiscipline. And so even though you might have good aspirations, if you're not able to discipline yourself, you won't form the right character that will take you or make you the right person, or make you the person who you have aspired to become. So today I want to show you the laws of discipline very quickly, and I want to say this, that if God finds a man with character, he finds a man who is disciplined enough, he can use that man from any level to any level, that from the level he is to the level that God wants him to be. And something very important I want to take note of is that there are two types of pain. And the first kind of pain is the pain of discipline. The second kind of pain is the pain of regret. And the first kind of pain is usually not as much, but the second kind of pain, which is the pain of regret, it's a lot. It comes with so much heartbreak, so much discomfort, because the first kind of pain can be reversed, can be endured, but the second kind of pain is irreversible. So anybody who do not go through the pain of discipline will definitely go through the pain of regrets. And if you don't discipline yourself to pursue your dreams, to form godly character, form good character and values, and learn skills that will help you, if you don't discipline yourself to do that, on the long run you will be disciplined. But right at this point, you are going to be disciplined by a pain I like to call the pain of regret. And this type of pain is irreversible. You can't change what you're regretting from. So it's usually very advisable to pay the price and undergo the pain of discipline to do all that you need to do and have to do when you can do it, before it becomes too difficult. Right? Somebody is driving a vehicle at a very high speed, because the road is clear. When that person gets into an accident, the impact will be so, terrible, and the person will wish he didn't drive at such high speed or above the recommended speed. Sometimes when you drive, you see recommended speed for a particular lane that you are on, but when you begin to exceed that, you see it's a form of indiscipline. And then because you couldn't discipline yourself to stick to the speed that you are given initially, you're going to have another kind of discipline, and that's the discipline of regrets. So today I just want to show you a few laws of discipline. The first law I'd like to mention is that you must learn, do not try to please everyone. If you will be a disciplined person, make sure you don't try to please anyone. Number two, learn to do things you are usually not comfortable with doing. Learn to go above your comfort zone. If you are not used to going to the gym, start it. If you're not used to, you're not comfortable waking up very early in the morning, to start your day. It has been found out by research that the most productive people are the people who start their day very early. So be that person. Start your day as early as possible. Discipline yourself, do things that your body would not like. Eat things that usually will not give you all of the enticing and the appetizing feeling, right? So sometimes it is those foods that are not usually sweet that are more healthy for you, like fruits, vegetables and all of that. Not sweets, but they are the most healthy and recommended for you. All right. And so if you're able to do those things, eat those kinds of food frequently, or do this kind of routines that are uncomfortable for you, you are actually obeying one of the laws that makes for discipline. Number 3, limit your freedom. Cut down your freedom. Cut down on how much you spend. Cut down on how much time you spend watching movies. Cut down how much time you spend just whiling away time. Cut down. Limit your freedom. Everybody, as you advance in life, as you progress in life, you're going to get to a level where your freedom, right? You're going to get to a level where your freedom is massive. When God begins to give you more money, you begin to advance in life, even in age. Nobody will want to tell you what to do and what not to do. You are the one to determine how your life becomes. So at this point in time, you are in excessive freedom. But there is something about excessive freedom. When you have excessive freedom without any restrictions, limitations, or check and balances, you have such a freedom without limitations, restrictions, and checks. Here's what happens: excessive freedom leads back to bondage. Like the instance I gave, you're driving at a very high speed, nobody's there, you don't feel, and something suddenly pops out of the way, you collide with it. You had freedom, but that excessive freedom, because you are abusing it, it led you back to bondage. You got into an accident, and look at now, it's as though your legs are damaged, your spines and all of that. God forbid, not you. I'm just giving an instance. But this is what happens when you have excessive freedom, no limits. It's just like driving a car without brakes. It's just like driving above a speed limit, and something happens, and then it destructures you, or destabilizes your being. So these are some of the laws of discipline. Another law of discipline: if you're going to be a disciplined person, learn how to manage your time. Don't spend time as though time is in abundance. Time is a currency, and it's the currency of destiny. Every time that counts and every time that passes, it's an opportunity that has passed. It's an opportunity that has counted. So make do with it, maximize it. Having said that, I'd like to let you know this is very important. There are 3 types of discipline I want to mention. First is moral discipline. This is where you're morally sound. Your discipline, you have certain moral standards, you don't go beyond, right? Principles of execution. This is a discipline that you have and helps you to execute whatever you plan to do. You don't just talk about things, but you are now disciplined enough to make sure that those things happen. Spiritual discipline is a discipline that you develop for your spiritual growth. You have a discipline to study the Bible. You need a discipline to pray every day. You need a discipline to wait upon the Lord. And these are the disciplines that when you talk about spiritual discipline, this is discipline you have for the advancement of your spiritual life. And then we have marital disciplines, and discipline you have in your marriage, to stay true to your partner, to stay faithful. It takes a lot of discipline. All right, it takes a lot of discipline to achieve all of that. Then we have mental discipline. There's discipline to meditate and study and exercise your brain. And then we have physical discipline to exercise your body. And we have vocational discipline. This is a discipline to always make sure that you are attending courses every month or every year, or as frequent as possible. That you're always going for training. You're always getting knowledge. You're seeking to get knowledge and grow, improving it. And then we have financial discipline. This is a discipline that enables you not to spend beyond your means of income, beyond your income. Is a discipline. So you have to be able to master your temper. If you're going to be in a position of leadership, you're going to be in a position of influence, you have to be a person who manages his or her temper very well, right? And this is emotional discipline. A person who easily gets angry, who easily gets sad, all this thing called mood swing is a product of emotional indiscipline. All right. Then we have verbal discipline, how to talk well. We have discipline in parenthood, discipline in authority, social discipline, and discipline in traveling. All right. Discipline in traveling is decisions not to be always on the road and all of that. I'm sure you understand that. But look at, there's something I want to mention very quickly. Examples of indiscipline, and I'd like to mention a few of them. Dirtiness is an example of indiscipline. Laziness is an example of indiscipline. Mental laziness is an example of indiscipline. Lateness, talkativeness, prayerlessness, planlessness, right? Carelessness, lawlessness, disorderliness, quarrelsomeness, Recklessness, looseness, lewdness. Lewdness is to be seductive. All right, immorality is an example of a discipline. Privatization, stealing and fantasizing is an example of a discipline. When you lack, what are the areas at you're going to lack the discipline? You say you're grossly indisciplined. When you lack discipline in the area of loyalty, in the area of integrity, you say a thing and you go back on it. It's a sign of discipline. In the area of exercise, you do not exercise your body. It's a sign of discipline. You lack discipline in the area of manners, character, discipline. You lack discipline in the area of consistency. You start things and you don't finish. It's a sign of gross indiscipline. And there are a lot of more areas to mention, but I want you to take note that your life. So I'm glad I was able to mention to you some of the laws of discipline, but I'm going to mention even more. Discipline is a very important thing to take note of this year, 2023, as you begin the year, right? So discipline, a couple of more laws I'd like to state out that are going to be helpful for you to build a lifestyle of discipline are this. You must have a system of discipline around you. Build a system of discipline around you. If you're going to be a disciplined person, you have to build a system that helps you to be disciplined. You have an issue with social media. The system in your phone, your phone can lock itself or can disconnect from the internet as soon as time frame you've spent on the internet. You can also tell people to hold your phone whilst you focus on some other things, maybe academic related or career related, just so that you can be disciplined enough to finish up what you had started as regards to your mental development. All right, that's one of the ways to attain discipline. Set up a system, build a system. One of the systems of discipline in schools is the fact that you have to go from nursery to primary to secondary, right? And then before you get into university. So if you don't have a system of discipline, you will not be disciplined. You can decide to have your notepad beside you before going to bed that helps you to write before going to bed and after going to bed. You can decide to have a time for prayer and a place for prayer. It's a system you're building up so that you can have spiritual discipline. So you must have systems of discipline if you will be disciplined. Concrete systems. Number 2, make concrete decisions. When you're listening to messages like this, take something and write down the decisions you're going to make, what you're going to stop doing and what you're going to start doing. Write it down. Let this be decisions that you're making, that you're going to engage in the year 2023. Then lastly, put concrete restraints and restrictions on yourself. Remember I said initially that anytime freedom is unrestricted, it leads to bondage. So if you are unrestricted, you have all the freedom in the world, you can do whatever you like or whatever you love, it will lead you back to bondage. Well, I've mentioned some of these laws to you, and I hope they are going to help you this year, 2023, to live a more disciplined life. I'll see you on the other end of success. Have a wonderful day ahead. It's such a pleasure to come to you. Please remember to like the video, subscribe, and share to someone. I can't wait to keep seeing you on my channel. Bless you.